Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Lailatul Umroh. I'm here to tell you about my experience and my roles as an interpreter. So being an interpreter is an interesting job because this job has several roles and benefits. As we know that the roles of an interpreter is to bridge communication between one or more people who speak a different language without any adding or reducing information. And however, when I become an interpreter, there are several things that I have to pay attention. They are having a good language. And as an interpreter, I have mastered several languages such as Indonesia, English, Arabic, Mandarin, Korean, and Japanese. But until now, I'm still continue to learn other languages. As an interpreter, I also must to have the basic knowledge of interpreting. So there are three types of interpretation. They are consecutive interpreting, and then simultaneous interpreting, and then whispered interpreting. And an interpreter also be able to learn and understand about the client's culture and must be friendly and also be able to work professionally. And to be a success, an interpreter must meet several qualities. The first is having good educational and professional background, and then an interpreter also have a good articulation. And we know that every job has its own challenge, right? And then my challenge become an interpreter here when I didn't understand well about the topic would be discussed by my client, and I have to understand well about the client's culture. And then so before I do my assignment, I have to learn, I have to prepare the document, and I have to understand well about the topic will be discussed. And then I must to understand well about the culture and then the ethnicity of my client, so I can adapt and report the politeness, because an interpreter must uphold the value of politeness. So being an interpreter is very fun and also beneficial for others people, and also we can socialize with others people. And then like my experience, my biggest achievement that I have ever gotten is being interpreter in G20 meeting in Bali at 2022 with Mr. Jokowi as our president. And not only that, I have another experience. This is the first time that I become interpreter, is to bridge the communication between students, graduates, and then the teacher in schools in Surabaya. And with the students graduate, this is from America and use English, while the teacher from Indonesia use Indonesian. And I also have a value experience as an interpreter. So before I do my assignment, I forgot to check and I forgot to learn first the document, the topic that will be discussed. So at the time, I felt confused and I could not do my best. And therefore, I learned from my mistakes. So before I do my assignment, I have to read and learn more deeply about the client's problems. And even though I have a valid experience, but I still have the motivation in this job. And the reason why I still motivated in this job, because this job is very fun for me. And then I think this job has a knowledge and the technique that not everyone can master. So when I become an interpreter, this is special the special thing for me, for myself, that I can be an interpreter. And of course, as interpreter, I have a goal in 5 or 10 years that I can be success and professional interpreter. And not only that, I can be develop my knowledge, because become an interpreter I can learn everything, not only about the issue, not only about the culture or the ethnicity or the region, even in the world. So this job is very special thing for me. And yeah, my biggest dream is can contribute to building the better country. As my previous post said, that I am like a challenge. I like my challenge because I felt in my previous job as an editor. So I feel like editor for me less challenging. So I choose to leave my previous job, and now I choose to become an interpreter. And yeah, I believe for myself that I can handle my job well. Yeah, this is I think enough for me, and this is all of my experience and my role as an interpreter. And last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.